With a question for all of you. If there's one thing that sounds better than a chocolate cookie right now, what would it be?
Nap.
Nap? 2 chocolate cookies? Anything else?
Sleeping for a long time.
Sleeping for a long time. Well, chair massage. So our group has a consensus.
Hey.
Team massage. We're team massage because we all really want a massage right now. So it sounds like we took a sort of different walk through the process, like many of you all did. And what we did was actually, we started with a little yoga. And then we started with a little kind of heart-to-heart about what we're looking for in this hour of our lives. And then we just started talking about what we're interested in. And we just talked about that and got really excited and found a lot of convergent interest and alignment. And then from that, we sort of extrapolated and distilled some attributes of the business, some themes of what a company that we created would look like, and a mission statement. So we'll walk you through those. And of course, an action plan and some next steps. So we'll just walk you through those kind of like we walked through them together.
Start with mission since it's high level.
Oh, yeah. Or do we want to start with interest areas and kind of walk through them? Sure. Okay.
So what we ended up doing was just throwing out what are the things that we really care about. And so for us, what we found alignment around was just this particular group actually really did care about the social value piece of it. I mean, I think we've been talking about it throughout the whole weekend, but we actually found that that's what actually got us really pumped. And we immediately found our energy level just started to rise as we started talking about, ways that we really felt like would make a difference. And we started to think about, how would we actually make a difference, but it also has to be a sustainable way of, it has to be a sustainable organization that is profitable. And so the areas that we started looking into, I think, much more deeply were that we thought initially were, had more viability would be, clean tech and the area of healthcare. And I'm just going to speak a little bit to the healthcare piece. There's clearly, and I've talked to some of you guys about this, but there's clearly an inflection point that's going to occur in terms of the use of technology within healthcare. And I don't mean medical technology in terms of pharmaceuticals or devices. I mean technology like people having electronic medical records and that sort of thing. But that inflection point that's coming is going to clearly create a ton of opportunities to actually innovate around that, and not, I think, in a way that requires a lot of sort of high-tech, large R&D budget, but more in terms of sort of low-tech things that you can take from things that have already been done in high technology to apply them to the medical world. And as we talked through some of those things, we just found that we were really, really excited about sort of exploring that and trying to figure out how do we tackle those inefficiencies and would they be possible or not. And so that's kind of just a general walkthrough of that. And so, talk through a couple of other things.
Don't finish on that.
Okay, sure. So, and so then, we sort of looked and said, well, none of us actually have an expertise in clean tech. But we actually thought that was a really interesting thing where, we were all really interested in how could, this huge area, like how could we make a difference? And we all sort of felt like, well, given the fact that we're all really smart and analytical, we could probably figure out, pockets that would make sense to go and look at and tackle and pull in the, sort of the expertise that was necessary to actually go and figure out if that was something that we could do or not. And so we got really excited about that too. And then obviously, in our group, we definitely have people with content expert in education, just thinking about would that actually be an area where you could actually have a business that would actually work from a money-making perspective. And that was something that we felt like really needed to be addressed, but that we would love to be able to explore further, because what we really cared about was, actually we really did care about was the underlying social value piece, which is why, I'll let someone else say our mission, but that's why we sort of really rallied around that.
So in the course of having this discussion about interest areas, some attributes that we really liked naturally bubbled to the top. So besides having massages for the company, two that really stuck up high was being at an inflection point, being ahead of the curve of some trend or technology that's yet to come, but soon to come. And then really being disciplined around business model, following the money. And even if that meant initially pursuing our business in such a way that it wasn't as sexy, but it brought in the revenues, it brought in the cash flow, so that we could then reinvest it into the company to really pursue that big, bold, more sexy idea. We're just being really disciplined about reminding ourselves that about money and cash and following the revenue sources.
Because our mission is to create social value while creating cash.
In order to move forward, we'll need to we'll need to dig a bunch deeper, and I mean, we sort of figured for now we'll start by focusing on what opportunities are created by the transitions at the inflection point of the electronic medical records over the next couple, 4 years. So the first question is just what needs will be created around it. We think that people will, the actual medical records themselves, or that's the crowded space, we don't want to get into that, but what will that enable? What's going to grow around that? So the other question is what needs are there already that might be addressable by this, by the new technology being there? And basically we want to get out and we want to read some stuff. Most of us we want to talk to a bunch of vested parties in this, which ranges from physicians, hospital administrators, analysts, industry experts, insurance people, patients,
Governments.
governments,
Whoops.
gout? What? But yeah, we just want to dig deeper by talking to a lot of people.
Our team cracks each other up. You guys know?
Awesome. Team Massage, thank you.